What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome to a bonus stream. It is Monday. It is January 6, 2020, and it is a bonus stream. And I am very excited to be bringing it to you as we return to the world of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, plus a discussion of The Mandalorian. I warned everybody that there was a possibility I might get a bonus stream or two in since I'm on break for the next couple of weeks. I do have some work here and there that I have to do, including Patreon newsletter I have to get out and a couple little minor writing things, but I'm really trying to take it easy. Yeah, lonk. But I'm really trying to take it easy because 2020 is going to be super busy for me. So I wanted to make sure that I get some real rest, and I've had a chance to do that. And that's one of the reasons that I was able to watch a little bit of The Mandalorian, because I finally decided I just bit the bullet and got Disney Plus, because I'm like, I'm going to do this, and I am super, super glad that I did, as I will talk about tonight. So there will be, for those of you who have not seen The Mandalorian, excuse me, there will be a discussion of that show tonight as I'm playing through this, because, I want to talk about it. So I'm warning everyone right now about that. If you haven't seen The Mandalorian yet, and you are worried about spoilers, then keep that in mind. I am very excited to speak about it with all of you, but I will talk about that in just a minute as we go on with Jedi Fallen Order as well. But NyQuil in the old school, bonk on the noggin. Well, that's what I'm going to do with some people tonight during the game. But just a couple of hours tonight, because I have a stream coming up tomorrow and so forth, and I want to go super late. But I thought I would get a couple hours in of a bonus stream here. Before we go any further, ways to support the stream. You folks know this already, but just as a reminder, following the channel is always a good thing. If you haven't done so already, please check out the YouTube channel with !ArvTube. Discord channel where you can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams is !ArvCord. ArvCord for that. !Arv Tweets is my Twitter, where you can follow me over there and where I always try to tweet when I'm going live. So please consider following me and retweeting me over there so we can broaden out beyond just the local community. !Arv Tweets for that, and arvaneleron.com is the website for all of these things. On the financial side of things, the shop is !Arv Shop, which has merchandise involving my some of the tabletop campaigns that I run, including the Infinity and Beyond crew, which does Curse of Strahd, and of course Esper Genesis as well. Sorry, I should say Adventures of Middle Earth as well, and soon to be Esper Genesis. And that of course gets you cool shirts, hoodies, things like that. !Arv Treon is my Patreon, which is currently sitting at 323. That definitely makes a big difference. It allows me to do things like that video that you all just saw there, so that's much appreciated if you could jump on board with that. !Arv Treon for that. And last but certainly not least, that sub button. I saw that Critwitch was kind enough to resub at tier 1, so they're at that 4 months. So thank you so much, Critwitch. Welcome to your yellow, by the way, your much vaunted yellow chat badge, because I think it goes, the first month is white, and then I think at 3 months, I want to say, or 4 months, I can't remember, it goes to yellow, and then at 6 months it goes to red, and then I think at 9 months it goes to blue, and then at a year it goes to bronze. And I have other ones, but they have not opened that up for affiliates yet. But I have this 2-year and a 3-year badge also, which I'm excited to upload whenever they do that. But yeah, you get cool stuff. Again, allows you to inspire some of the players in some of our tabletop campaigns and stuff like that. So we are currently up at a record about 106 or 107, I believe, which is a record for the channel. So thank you all so much for jumping on board with that. So we've got Jedi Fallen Order tonight, and also discussion of The Mandalorian. Tomorrow, I did get confirmed that we will have Terry Toons back with us doing the Night of the Nazgul gamebook illustration. So we'll be concluding Night of the Nazgul tomorrow, which is going to be awesome. And then at 4 p.m., I will be over at 4 p.m. Eastern, I'll be over at GOG.com for more Pen and Pixels and Return of the Obra Dinn as we head into the, I don't know about home stretch, but heading into the latter half of that game. I probably have 2 or 3 sessions more of that game left over, I believe. And then on Friday, we have got more Esper Genesis coming at you, I believe. And then Saturday, we've got Curse of Strahd. I do want to mention that this Wednesday, we were supposed to be debuting the Community D&D game, but because of a scheduling conflict, that has been postponed by 1 week. So the official launch of the official launch of the the D&D community game with Shadowed Mage as the DM, and with Echo Alpha X5 and Kilobyte and Rock God and Hoodie. That will begin on Wednesday the 15th, and it will continue on Wednesday the 22nd. So that's going to be good times coming up. And the last thing is to mention that we will have Emberwind coming up on 2 Mondays, and I believe... I want to double check because I don't actually remember what Monday that is that they finally settled on. Okay, Monday the 13th, right? Yeah, so it's obviously not tonight, but it's next Monday the 13th, and then Monday the 27th will be the other one for Emberwind. So we're pretty much in good shape now. I think we've got everything going on this month as normal, with the exception of the Cat Rambo class. The Rambo Academy for Wayward Writers will not happen this month because of schedule issues, but we will have that returning to us in February. But otherwise, we should have everything else that we normally do in the month, and so including a bonus stream, as you saw today. So, with that said, I'm going to let's see, I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to get rid of that, and then I'm going to turn on that. What's going on, everyone? Good to see you all. So I thought I would do a little bit of a bonus stream for all of you and get some of this game played. So I want to fire up Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and then I want to talk about one of the... This has already taken its place as one of my favorite shows. Now, I do not watch a ton of television because generally I don't have time. I am either, usually most of the time during the semester, I'm always teaching or grading. I'm obviously writing. I'm trying to spend time with family, or I'm streaming on Twitch. So if I ever get any leisure time, I'm either doing a little bit of reading, or I'm, maybe watching sports here and there, or I'm watching Twitch. But because it's the break, and because I had just finished this middle grade manuscript, which I'm starting to get responses from my beta readers for, I really said I'm not going to do any writing for like 6 weeks. I really just need a break. And so that has allowed me to do stuff like play Journeys in Middle Earth, which is that board game I was talking to you guys about. And boy, that's such a cool game. I'm really having a fun time with that. I've been able to read Eberron and a couple of other things like that for pleasure. And I've been able to watch The Mandalorian. And I have to say, this show is sort of TLDR. This show is dynamite. This show is phenomenal. In fact, I think it's one of the best paced shows since Leverage, which was another show that I loved a lot. I basically, in the last 10 years, there's basically been 2 shows that I've watched quite a bit of, and that is Leverage, which I watched back towards the beginning of the decade, and the other one, which I don't even know if that was even older than this now, or if it was beginning of the decade, was Boston Legal. Those were the 2, and those were actually mostly prior to Twitch also, honestly. So since Twitch, I really have not watched much TV at all. I watched about, excuse me, I watched maybe about... I don't know, like maybe 4 episodes, maybe 5 almost, of Carnival Row, which is on Amazon Prime. And it's okay, but I've kind of cooled on it, I have to say. I like it, but it's awfully dark for me, and it's kind of a slog, and I feel like it's gotten very obvious. I like the world building a lot, and there's some really cool aspects to it, but as I've watched more of it, I'm just like it kind of drags on a little bit. And so, yeah, so I don't know. I kind of stopped watching that a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, I think I got the point. I may come back to it at some point. I don't know. But The Mandalorian, I installed, I got the free trial for Disney Plus, and I got that, I think, on Saturday. And I'm trying to think if it was Saturday or Friday night. It was either Friday night or Saturday afternoon. And I watched the entire first season by today. I actually saw the last episode this morning, the season finale, which was phenomenal. And holy crap, is it good? It's so good. What's up, Disaster Queer? It's so good. Quick note on Journeys in Middle Earth. I think it's really good, Marinda. I love it. I think it's excellent. I think it does so many things well. It's cooperative, which is a big plus in my book. I think it does a good job in capturing the lore very well of Middle Earth. It's got a lot of deck building elements, but there are leveling elements where you literally are like increasing the quality of your items and equipment. The scenarios themselves are very varied. So there are a lot of different scenarios. It's not just go around and kill everything. In a lot of cases, you're trying to find like escape paths. In other places, you're trying to track down something. In one particular case, you're trying to find a spy by interrogating the people, and it's really cool for that. It plays beautifully solo. I've played the whole thing solo, and yeah, I really, it's a pretty good story as well. So yeah, I'm very much a fan of it so far. I've loved it, so it's been good stuff. 4 seasons of 10 episodes each. Yeah, I've heard good things about The Good Place. But again, see, the thing is, I'm not, I mean, that's a good recommendation and I will take a look when I can. But I honestly, I actively look for reasons not to watch things because I just don't have time usually. And when I do, I don't want to commit to something like that. This was a case where The Mandalorian was just like perfect sweet spot. I like Star Wars anyway. It was like this. Okay, so let me get the game fired up and then we can talk a little bit about what I like. First of all, how many of you have seen it? Have seen The Mandalorian now? Like, I mean, I'm gonna, there will be spoilers today, but like, how many of you have seen seasons or episodes, or you have seen it, Brenhauser? Okay. Anyone else in the seen it category? Okay. Okay. All right. Let me just, you'll see a little bit of clicking as I do this. Is Disney Plus even in the EU? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know, actually. I am not at all sure. Oh, wait a second, because I had my Wii U installed. One second. Sorry about that. I don't even know if Disney Plus is in the EU. I guess I kind of assumed. Oh, March 2020. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I did not have any idea because. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure. I got it $6.99 a month. There's a free trial, and then it's $6.99 a month after that. It has a ton of the movies and stuff. I also had a chance to watch an episode or two of Clone Wars, which I was not impressed by, honestly. I thought it was very kiddie. I also watched an episode or two of Rebels, which I liked a lot more. Star Wars Rebels, I thought I liked the animation style better, and like Clone Wars just felt very childish to me. And I know everybody talks a lot about Clone Wars, but I found Clone Wars very childish, and I did not feel that way about Rebels. So, for whatever that's worth. But anyway, so here's why I think The Mandalorian works as well as it does. Give me just a second as I'm fixing this up. Okay, that should be right. Okay, so here's why here's the things that sort of The Mandalorian does sort of beautifully. First of all, it's well shot. Now, I know it's Disney, so they have an unlimited budget essentially, but it really is well shot. It's well filmed. It doesn't feel cheap. It's everything about the sort of production quality is top notch. And they get everything from the sound design to these other things super, super well. And so, yeah, it's a bonus stream, Ms. Derma. So I figured as much. That's fine. So it's really, really well shot. It's sort of beautifully handled. I like that they have different directors, all of whom have different sort of visions, but they all have bought in generally to the overall story. I think it's very well written. The dialogue tends to be snappy, pretty, like, not too cute. Again, my problem with something like Carnival Row is it got very obvious, and I haven't run into any of that with The Mandalorian. There's like a line or two that sometimes feels a little like tortured once in a while, but like Carnival Row has minutes of that, and like this is not the case. So yes, exactly. So it does that very well. I think it's really well acted. Actually, I think that they understand exactly what they're doing with this kind of a show. And so I think it's really well shot. It's very well acted too. Pedro Pascal plays the Mandalorian, and that guy does a hell of a lot of good acting for someone whose face is literally not seen for like 98%. If like 99% of the show, you don't see his face. And so that's pretty wild, honestly. The other thing is that it really shows you how much depth there is in the Star Wars universe to explore. They have little things where they touch on aspects of things that you will recognize, but you don't need to have seen previous Star Wars things to be able to enjoy this. But if you do, it will enhance your experience. So it's very much the kind of thing that if you just have never seen one whiff of Star Wars, you'll still like it. If you have seen anything of Star Wars, it just enriches the experience, which is nice too. Hey, what's up, Satobo? Yes, that's the other thing too. It's focused. They very much have. In fact, it's so focused. I think they could even go a little longer. In fact, I wish there were a couple of episodes. Episode 5, The Gunslinger, which is my least favorite, but I still liked it a lot. All 8 episodes I think they were all great. Episode 5 was my least favorite, but that's still great. I still like it a lot. But that was an episode that could have used another 15-20 minutes. I think they could literally go a little longer and it wouldn't harm it at all, because they're not really limited. Each of these episodes is usually around 35 minutes. They're not limited to that. They're not having to deal with commercials, honestly. They could just go 45, 50 minutes, things like that. And I think that the episodes could probably deal with that. I think actually that Carnival Row sometimes suffers from being too long and takes too long to get going, and that needs to be cut a little bit. This one I thought was the opposite. Very much not claustrophobic in the least, Miranda. In fact, one of the great things about it is how broad it is in a lot of ways, in that there's not a focus on humans. There are some humans in there, but there's lots and lots of new races that get thrown in here. Races that you're familiar with, but not races that, very little that's been focused on. There's one episode that deals a lot with the Devilorian, which is like that devil dude that you see in Mos Eisley in The New Hope when they first come into the cantina. You get more stuff with them. You get obviously a lot more about Mandalore, and I always thought the Mandalore stuff was pretty cool from when I played Knights of the Old Republic too. So you get to see stuff like that. Just very creative, very thoughtful, just a lot of really cool things there. The other thing is that this is sort of my favorite kind of TV storytelling, in which you have a guy who, I like episodic storytelling anyway, so I like stuff like Star Trek and things like that, where you have different stories every week, but then you have callbacks and you have larger plot arcs that kind of fit in. And I sort of looked, this is pretty much, this has received almost universal acclaim, but there have been a couple of people who've been like, oh man, I wish that they spent more time on the main story. There's a couple episodes that are just like filler episodes. And I'm like, that used to be television. Television did not always used to do this Marvel Cinematic Universe, everything has to tell one enormous story from beginning to end. I like the fact that there are parts of this where the Mandalorian is doing other stuff that isn't just related to the main story, and you just get this sense of all of these puzzle pieces of the world around him falling into place. But I love stories anyway. I've wrote several of them, including Greyshade, which you'll hear more about in March when my Kickstarter launches. But I love stories about the one lone figure who is counterbalanced by a whole array of forces against him. In this case, the Bounty Hunters Guild, that things go wrong and they want him dead. The Imperials are pretty angry at him. The Republic kind of gets pissed off for their own reasons. So he has all of these people that he's sort of dealing with, but he's so good at what he does that it perfectly counterbalances the overwhelming odds that he faces, and I love stuff like that. Shows like Kung Fu or The Fugitive, not the movie, but the original TV show, where you would wander from place to place. Hell, even The Incredible Hulk did stuff like this, and I've always loved that sort of vibe, which I thought really kind of handled things well. Yeah, I know. Well, I don't have any Star Wars shirts, disaster. I thought people would like that, though. Yeah, exactly, Stobo, exactly. What's up, Mrs. Dunsel? So I really like that. The other thing is, there are so many cool moments here. They do so well with the action. The action stuff is beautifully shot. And there are these sequences, like some of you probably have seen this in memes anyway. Baby Yoda is awesome. Okay, just an awesome, incredibly well done puppetry, so cute, so fun, and also there's a lot of depth to that story. And as everyone has said, there's this whole lone wolf and cub feel to it, with the hardened warrior walking along with this kid who kind of melts his heart when they refer to him as the child. There's a lot of that in this too. I love that. But there's other great characters. Nick Nolte plays this character Quill, who's awesome. Oh my God, Quill is the best. he's this Ugnaught who basically bought himself out of indentured servitude, and he's just like, he has this awesome way of just being like, he's a good dude, and he kind of understands the way things are, and then he always finishes things by saying like, I have spoken. He does cool stuff like that. There's a lot of good. Also, something else to note: there's a lot of really good and diverse representation here, which fits beautifully within it, and it just is seamless. There is one of the main characters is a former rebel shock trooper, who is a total badass and basically is equal to the Mandalorian in fighting, and she becomes like his closest friend. There are Carl Weathers, who played Apollo Creed and things like that. Carl Weathers is in this playing like his bounty hunter guild contact, like the guy who gives him his contracts and stuff like that. He's really good. So the side characters are really interesting and well designed. And I'll tell you right now, they're not afraid to kill them off. Some of these characters die. The droids too. Yeah, but it's not. But see, that's not it though, Miranda. That's not. It's actually not an American trope for this. This is an homage to the Western, but that's not what it is. He's not saving the universe. One of the things I like about this is that it's not broad in scope. Like, I love the Skywalker stuff, but honestly, that stuff is about, saving the universe, stopping the Emperor. This all takes place in kind of this lawless area after the fall of the Empire, where the New Republic doesn't really hang out. There's a lot of Imperial warlords that are left over, so there's a bunch of guys who are there and kind of like want to recapture past glory. There's a bunch of stormtroopers looking for work. So like all of that stuff is really cool, because that is exactly what happened when, let's say, Rome fell. When Rome fell, it wasn't that just it fell and then there was no Rome. There was all this vestiges of it, like the governors of Rome and all these things were left over to kind of pick up the pieces where they could and stuff like that. And so you get a lot of that in this. And so it's really just survival. It's really just him going around from place to place. And he has a goal. Initially what happens is he has this contract that he's supposed to bring in this thing that he finds, and then he decides that he doesn't want to bring it in for reasons that you find out about later on, and he decides, you know what, I'm not gonna do it, and that goes against the code of the guild, and so then he gets in big trouble for it. So he's just trying to keep the kid and himself alive, and then later on he's trying to find out like the home world of that person. So, but it's very, it's not big scale, other than the fact that like they're dealing with forces that may have larger purposes, but it's not, this is all about saving the galaxy, and this is not a Jedi story. In fact, there's very much the Force is featured, but not as a kind of principal thing that they first run into. So I think there's a lot of sort of nuance associated with it. And yeah, I mean, the other thing is too, he's the strong silent type, for sure, but he's not as silent as you might think. And Pedro Pascal really handles the emotion of his voice really, really well. So I think they do that very well. Also, even the things that they find that you're familiar with are still really cool. Like, as an example, one of the episodes, they have to deal with this ATST. Now, we fought like, 2 ATSTs in this game so far, 3. And they can be scary, but we've seen ATSTs, like those were the things that were on Endor, and that like they make this ATST into a truly terrifying threat. And it's because here are these 2 people by themselves facing just one single ATST. And it's kind of like Gandalf when he has to fight the Balrog, right? And it's just like, they used to have legions of these Balrog. Like, they used to have armies of Balrogs. And here's this one Balrog, and what a badass this thing is. That's what it's like with this ATST. So I think they just handle these things really, really well. And of course, it's an homage to Westerns, and I like Westerns. It's an homage to the space Western, and I have a very soft spot in my heart for space Westerns. This is why I like Destiny, much more because of the setting than anything else. And it's got, Kurosawa, it's got the Seven Samurai, it's got all of these things in it. So it's really, really well done. Also, the music is excellent. It's just, they know what they're doing. And I think one of the things that happened, and I don't want to get into a big Last Jedi rant again, but one of the things that I found about The Last Jedi that I found frustrating was, it felt to me like there were very obvious mistakes being made that I was like, why would you make this mistake? And also, I don't think Rian Johnson was a particular fan of Star Wars. I think he maybe liked the concept of it generally, but I don't think he really liked what it was, and so he wanted to do something totally different, which is not something you're supposed to do in part 8 of a 9-part story. But anyway, Jon Favreau, who is the showrunner for this, loves Star Wars, literally had George Lucas sitting next to him as he filmed some of this. And so it really feels like Star Wars, while at the same time feeling fresh and unusual. It's not telling the same old stories. It's bringing in new and different characters that you either know of or see that you've heard references to their races, but you don't know their names particularly. It's just it's really cool stuff, and it's not gratuitous. It's definitely darker, obviously, than some of the Star Wars films might be. Not darker than Rogue One or Empire, but it's certainly darker than something like New Hope. But it's not abusive. It's not, because it's Disney. It's not, people die with horrible gory deaths, and it's still super compelling. So I am a huge fan of it. I adored it. I posted on Twitter today, how like everyone wants to be everyone wants to be like a writer now, a speculative fiction writer who writes for Star Wars. And I see all these people on Writing Twitter who get to write for Star Wars. And I'm like, if I get to write for The Mandalorian, I'm all about it. Like, put me in, coach. I would love to do, write a short story or a larger book or work in that universe. Like, oh man. I really love it conceptually. And the other reason that I like this, and this is one of the reasons that I like Geralt as the Witcher. I haven't seen the Witcher Netflix series, but I've obviously played Witcher 3 quite a bit. One of the reasons I like that character is that although he is world weary and he's jaded and whatever, he still has a code of honor. And that's very much what you get with the Mandalorian. He's a bounty hunter, but he has a code of honor. And it's a really important code of honor to him. It's a code of honor that like defines everything he does. So he is not this sort of raving, I kill everything that moves. He has creatures, in particular droids, that he doesn't like for reasons that get expressed. But he's not just sort of this like, I'm the silent killer, I kill everything type of thing. He's not even cynical in that way. He does things sometimes for the right reasons. And so he's a fascinating character. I feel like it's great stuff. Yeah, it's like my Star Wars fanfic. I straight up, I won't lie. Like, after having seen this, I was like, you know what? This thing is, I'm a fan. I am very, very much a fan of this show. I was just super surprised. I just had this big smile on my face the whole time. I was just kind of like, wow. This is great. Like, this is, everything about this is great. I love all of this. And that was exciting. So, anyway, I dig it. I don't know how you folks felt about it if you've seen it. But I loved it a lot. Let's have you guys fight the Guardian. That would be great. Yep. Alright, you keep fighting and blowing up the Guardian. That's good. Keep fighting, destroying the Guardian. But yeah, so, I don't know, Satobo saw it, and I know you said Brandhauser saw it. I wasn't a Stormtrooper yet. So what do you guys think? I was just, I really was super impressed with it. I was like, this is... Yes, please. More of this. And they've already have season 2 in development, actually. It's coming out in the fall. The only thing I wish is that I wish it were a little longer. Like, honestly, like 8 seasons or 8 episodes of like 35 to 40 minutes each is why is that a season? Like back in the old days, Star Trek, you could get a season going for like you could have a season go for, 25 episodes of an hour each, and like a season with these things of like 8, episodes. I don't know, man. It doesn't feel like a season to me. Yeah, okay, see, I dig that stuff. Mandalorian, Rogue One, and Solo are your favorites in this year. And you know what? I have not seen Solo, so I can't speak to that. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Mandalorian, and I feel like I feel like everyone is happy with it. Like, if you look at it, the critics and the audience is really pleased with it. There we go. I love that they did damage to it. What? There we go. Thanks. I'm so excited they did that. Yes. It's 100%, I mean, to the extent that you think it needs to be saved, but yes, it is 100% good enough to save the franchise, yes. I would argue that it already has, in fact, because I think, whoa. Where's that other stormtrooper coming? So I would argue that they already have, because I think what you've seen is that it's proof that the problem with movies like, now I liked Rise of Skywalker, but I think the problem that some of those had is that people just felt tired. This movie does not feel, this series does not feel tired. It feels opposite of tired. It feels fresh. And so, and I love the Obi-Wan character, so I'm really hoping the Obi-Wan show is going to be as good as this, because, well, I mean, there's room for both, but I think starting out this way is probably a good thing, Oh, wait. Right, that's the gravity. Whoops. Oopsie. Whoa. Okay, I gotta aim better that. When's the Jar Jar show? There is a great Gunga joke. I know the one you're talking about. It is funny. And that episode was a really good episode. What? Really? I have to say, my favorite, I think my favorite episode in that was either 3 or 8. I liked both of them. I'm trying to throw 5. I can throw 5. It's not working. Oh, maybe not what I do. Nope. What are they bringing this to? I can't see. I can't see. Oh, maybe, you know what? Maybe I have to bring it down there. What's up, Rudnell? Yeah, I mean, and that's really. Oh no, don't request a hint. I get it. I think that's really the. I think that's really the thing that I found most. It's just one of those things where you just watch it and you're like, I understand. Like, I see how all of this works together, and you just feel good about it. Like, I don't know any other way to describe it, except you just feel good about the fact that these things all kind of work the way you hope they would. Okay, so I lifted the spire. Can I get up there again? Yeah, I mean, they're doing a freaking good job with that set, because it sure it looks really impressive. And also, there's humor in it, but there's not humor that is unnecessary humor. There's humor that sort of fits what they're doing. There's a lot of cool stuff. I don't know. I is a fan. Oh, I have to go up there. Okay, I see where I'm going. You just get a smile because it's just a pleasure to see that they know what they're doing. You know, that's the thing that you just feel good about. Oh god.
PD, toss me stim.
Okay. Okay, can we be done with these guys that I hate? Okay, let's see. Well, I know how to open that up, but I really don't want to deal with that, but that didn't work. Damn it.
PD, stim here. Could use a little help, PD.
Yeah, I was worried about that. Oh, all that just for that? Okay, well, you know what? Listen. Oh. I need to open that up. Okay, where's the stuff? Where's the stuff? Where are the candles? Ah, I have to bring them out from... Yeah. Okay. That's fine. That'll be worth it. Yeah, so I was really excited about The Mandalorian. I just... Literally, I'm just like, I could have watched 15 more episodes of that. Easy. Can't bring it through the rain, huh? Thank you for the host, Tobo. Appreciate that. There we go. Ha ha ha. Is that an echo? Good night, Crit Twitch. Thank you again for the resub. I appreciate it.
This was lit as a sign of respect and reverence for the sage buried here.
Respected symbol. Candles were often lit as a sign of respect and reverence to Sage Mictril. Alright, well. Uh-oh. No, because of the rain. Interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why would they let me get up here? What is the benefit of getting up here for? I totally agree. In fact, I've seen a lot of people say that in fact, Miranda, to go back to what you asked earlier, maybe if you combine these and said this and The Mandalorian are proof that Star Wars has got a lot of fuel left in the tank. Because you could put those together and be really pleased with what ends up here. And I think, a lot of people talked about how The Mandalorian itself feels very much like a video game and is inspired in some way. Like The Mandalorian almost literally levels up a bit. This game as a story would also work very well as a show. Yeah, well, the thing is, well, I might get it. So if I bring, I think I may know what I have to do. Bring this over here. What if I close the gate? Well, but then I can't get through it, though, because I can't get through it up there. I mean, if I could open... Unless I can open it up here, and I didn't see any way to open it here. Unless I can maybe cut right through those... Can I cut through these bars? No. No. Can't push it. Yeah, and I have to say, I'm not a Kathleen Kennedy fan because I think she fouled up the Skywalker movies to us fare thee well, but, I don't know how involved she was with this, but I gotta say, if she was involved with The Mandalorian... Now, Jon Favreau, as the story runner, gets the biggest credit, but, she... I mean, if I'm gonna give her a dinger for her, problems with running the Skywalker stuff, then I've got to be honest and say that she knew what she was doing with this one, so... Yeah, but how... This is what I'm saying. First of all, that's not big enough to get through. And secondly, there's no way I'm going to be able to target it like that. I mean... I don't think. A quick note to be able to get up to there. Anyway. I just want more Vader in your life. You want more Vader, huh? Well, a lot of people have talked about the fact that, I don't know, I'm not really hyped for the whole Rogue One guy, whatever his name is, show. A Darth Maul show. I mean, I guess that's okay if what they're doing... It depends on what they're doing it for. Like, if they're trying to do that because they recognize that Darth Maul was tragically underused in the prequels, I guess I get it. I just don't know whether there's enough there. I mean, I know he was I guess he was explored in Clone Wars and maybe Rebels a little bit, but I don't know, full live-action show? I don't know. I'm not convinced that a dark side show is going to be as successful. I think The Mandalorian can work because his morality is somewhat gray. He's got a code of honor, but, he's kind of a badass and whatever, and the Mandalorians have been enemies of the Jedi before, obviously. So I think it can work there. I'm not as convinced that something like this can work based upon... I'm not as convinced that we can get something that works based upon a complete dark side character. We need a Darth Vader origin story. Oh God, it's terrible. Well, there has been talk about doing that, right? About doing the sort of the Stormtroopers, show equivalent. There is, by the way, in episode 8, in the final episode, there's a very good extended comedy bit between two, bike troopers, two stormtroopers on bikes that is very funny. It's true. Oh, yeah, he has a profound effect. Yeah, those guys are funny. I don't know. I mean, I feel like a bunch of that would be just a bunch of jokes, but it is pretty funny. And it was, what's his name? Sadakis, and then I think the director, right, was the other guy. The director of episode 8 was was the other dude, which is pretty cool. I am obviously missing something here, and I don't understand why. Can I get up there? I can't, can I? That can't possibly work. Oh. Well, crap. That's funny. I was completely like, I thought I had to do this specialized stuff.
Remains of a Zeppo soldier. They were killed for stealing an offering to the sage.
Give me more of that force. That's funny. I all of a sudden I'm like, maybe I'm overthinking it, and I was. That's funny. I thought I had to do this whole business of like, and I didn't. Okay, good. Well worth it though. I could use that extra force. That still doesn't help me though with getting up to that second level. I actually went up there in part because I thought I'd be able to get up to that level. What I need to figure out is, didn't I do that? Didn't I raise the Spire of Mictrol? So I've done what I needed to do now? Oh, maybe I need to go back down now that I've done that. Maybe that's why. Oh, I found a new way? Oh, that isn't how you do it? Really? You're kidding me. This wasn't that hard. Uh-oh. No, it's fine. Look. This isn't that glitchy. What's the actual way that you do it? What's the actual way? I mean, you let the gate, you do bring the gate down, huh? Oh. Well. Okay. Right. So I was right. I had the right idea, but I needed to have the gate down to begin with. Has to be higher. Kobe. There we go. And then you go. Oh. I shot it right through all the way. Right. Okay. That's so funny. Alright, well, listen. Look, guys, you know, the truth is, there are the ways that perhaps the game wants you to do, but we need to remember that I'm a Jedi, and so I have foreseen things that would not otherwise be good. Okay, oh, you know what I need to do, I bet? I need to smash that ball. I'm sure that's what I need to do. Yeah, the Force is strong with me, exactly. This is something I prepared for all my life, all my training. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try this. That actually did give me an idea. Let's see if I'm right. No. Interesting. Just believe it. That is why you fit. Oh, wait a minute. That's why that's not working. I love. Oh man, I just my love for this game, man. It's such a cool idea. It really is. They do such a great idea. A great job with it. My only complaint about it, as I say... Can I jump and keep this? Nope. No, it cannot. Is the Dark Souls-y aspects. Other than that, I'm a big fan of all this stuff. Not able to get there, is it? Alright. Bring this over here. But it's gonna hit. Yeah, it's not gonna work because it's gonna get. I'm gonna try this, but it's not gonna work. Okay. I wonder if I can. My guess is I probably can't, but. You hush that. Ooh, actually, I wonder if are there voting things over there? I don't know if there are. Find out. Oh god, the Guardians. Why, Guardians, why? It's funny that now I see what the point of all these, like, things of water are. Okay, wait. Yeah, but I need to... No. No. That will help me eventually, but not at the moment. Yeah, and I've been over there already. I need to find... Oh, wait a minute. What have we here? No. This. Oh, okay, wait. That's not good. Come on, Jedi. Get in line here. Whoa. I pulled that thing to me. All planned. Jedi. Jedi. So, you know. That's how you do it, baby. times. Are there creatures down there that I have to deal with? All part of the plan.
Here it is. I have finally found an intact representation of this sacred Zepho art.
You mean Brilliant forced it?
My friend, look closely. This is Mictril at the Vault Ambagana. You can see an object in their hand. Based on this imagery, I believe this object allows a Force wielder to perceive the mysteries of the Vault. This is the key and the guide, the Zepho Astrium. But who would destroy images of it, and why? Requires more research. However, our next step is clear. Find an Astrium, if any still exist.
An Astrium. You ever heard of it? Me neither. But a key. Yeah, I understand that. Looks like we know what we have to find.
All right. Let's see what we have to find. Now that I've used my Jedi skills to determine the way, this is the way, okay? This is the way. All right, I already heard that one. I feel like I saw all these already, didn't I? I did that. Her curious nature and sociopathic charisma allow her to patiently manipulate almost any adversary into revealing their weaknesses and weakness and fears. Be wary as she sadistically toys with her prey before a fierce, agile strike. There's a Philac, yeah. Jotaz, I don't know about that. A Skungus. Tomb Guardian. Rabid Jotaz. That's the creature that I have still not defeated, because no. Strong but slow, strike after dodging any attack. Rapid strikes and our unconventional attacks will enrage and confuse the creature. The Rapid Jotaz is a violent disease berserker capable of inflicting critical damage on anything within range. I can sign the pledge on that. This super aggressive beast is able to strike with an extra powerful flurry, swinging its arms with extended reach. Despite its horrific condition, its thick hide provides armor-like resistance, although some areas along the abdomen may be vulnerable. Okay. Whoa, hey. Trophy earned. Everything is connected. Complete the Tomb of Mictril. Okay. I thought it was going to give me a "This is the way," and I was going to be real happy. Ho 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 ho! Yes, indeed.
Hey, BD, in here. Oh, you found something.
New poncho material, people. Okay, Serape? Is that what that is? Right now I'm wearing... What am I wearing? I'm wearing Hyper Shell. That's... No. I like what I have, thanks. Serape is Sonoe. Sajunki. I think this is a good time to save and rest. Okay. Can Can I climb on this? No, I cannot. What the heck was that? Can't go up there either. Alright. Alright, well, so... one out of 2 chests there. So I go that way as well. I guess. Oh, what the hell is that? Have I been there? I don't even know where I'm going now. Completed the tomb. I assume I have to go that way. Oh, and it's unexplored. Okay, well then that answers your question.
Very good, Padawan. You've cleared the way.
What are you talking about?
I needed this tomb raised. And now that I have what I need, you're of no use to me.
Can you reverse what she's done? Thanks. Hope this new encryption keeps her out for good.
He just did that? Oh great.
Who's over there?
That would be me. What do you got?
Droid processing unit. What's it like hacking other droids anyway? Yeah, I feel weird about hacking people too.
Yeah.
For a good cause though, right?
Exactly, for a good cause. Must be a strong droid too. Now I can control probe droids. Nice. Okay. Still only have blue or green. Nah. Yeah, I still like duty and resolve. Duty and resolve 1, duty and resolve 2. I still like that. No. Elemental nature, no. No. Valor and wisdom. Nah, I still like that. Okay. Interesting. That's hazy and smelt. I still like copper, though. Still like copper. I have not yet found... I could use some different colors or whatever, but I still have not yet found something that I prefer to the copper. Sort of a weird place to have a workbench, but I'm not going to complain. Alright. So keep going this way. At least I think I do.
We should check in with the Mantis. Trilla probably knows where they are. You sure the comm's fixed? They're not answering. Something's wrong. We need to get back.
Yep, turn to the Mantis. Oh, wait. I forgot I can pull things, too.
Nobody around. Think it's some kind of trap?
You think?
Seems like we've been walking into a lot of them lately. Wait, do you hear that?
Alright, let's walk into the obvious trap. So if I go over there. And I go down there. Yeah, I think this is right.
Just what we needed.
Trap, trap, trap. Trap, trap, trap. Oh my god, this is just all Admiral Akbar all the time. Really, how does that help me at all? Is that, oh.
Sorry, I didn't get much sleep last night. Like I care. You're putting us both in danger.
Okay. Okay. Right, is Terma? I'm just like waiting for, what's that? Anticipation. I'm just like waiting for it. I'm like, man. Wow, really? How good did all that do me? What the hell was the point of all that? Oh. It's just to give me stuff.
Yep, there you go. Okay, BD. What is it?
God damn it, now I get new lightsaber material. Okay. So that did nothing. It was just like, oh, hey, you have some cool stuff.
Enemy located. Okay. You and me.
Yeah, I gotta learn how to use that better, but that's pretty cool. Why is that important? Very nice, determined.
I think this might be a lift to the lower floor. It'll be good for heading back.
Right, so then the question is, is there any reason to go down there? No, because that's still blocked. Alright. Let's not be done then. Shortcut unlocked. Oh, really?
Squad, get overtake him. Did you see movement? A Jedi! Shooting at the target! All right. My time to shine. This one's got jump.
Heard something about shining. I was told there would be shining times. Okay. Flip is the mantis now? Oh, I got a trophy. Bank shot. Defeat an enemy by colliding with another enemy. I guess I just did what you said, Isderma. Okay. There I am. If I go over here... No, it just came from there, right? Yeah, so I have to go through here. Oh, if I have to go all the way there? I have to call the bank shot. It's true. True. Corner pocket, right? Okay. Okay, so I just came from there. This is the absolute wrong way. This is not the wrong way. If I go down there, I go up. No, because I can't go. Go up there. Use that to go over there. I continue to be confused by these maps, although I like them, but... Okay, there's the... Where the hell is the mantis? Over this way. Good God. Okay, there's the mantis. So, to get to the mantis, I can get there by getting to that elevator. Where am I now? Okay, I'm there. So if I go... So I guess I gotta go... Do I have to go down again? Nice, Isterma. I look forward to seeing it. Okay, I'm here. There's the mantis. So how do I mean, I know that that's a shortcut that I opened up. So I want to get down there. Question is, how do I get down there? I get down there by getting up to there. Should be able to go down and then up. I think if I go down and then up, if I'm reading that correctly.
I think I saw a Jotaz near here. If it comes around, don't you dare think of running again. If I... Jedi, form up! He's hard to track!
Still got to work on continuing to hold that blocker.
Time to fight!
Dude, I may have to use that roughly 7 million times. Okay, the fact that this is above ground means I feel better about it because I know a little more now about what I'm doing. Because I kind of forgot for a minute that I thought it was going to be all underground, and now I'm starting to remember a little more about where I'm going. Okay, great. I'm not going to rest yet because I don't need to. Although, that said... This is still going to be a trap. I need to get over there. At least I think I do. How do I get down to that? That's what I want to get down to. How do I get down to... How do I get over there? Okay, this is a shortcut.
You there, identify yourself! Jedi!
Goodbye. Oh! Very hurt.
Throw me a stim, BD.
Jerks. Hate you. Hate you, hate you, hate you. But it still doesn't do it. That doesn't get me anywhere, though, anyway. I don't think. I need to get over there. Liking the music either. How do I get so confused? No, this is way too far. Am I just missing something obvious? I don't remember because it's been so long since I've been here. There's a zip line there, but I need to get over there somehow. I don't know how to do it. It's way too far. What is even the point of this shortcut? Does anybody know? Am I just like, I'm just wandering around aimlessly? Oh, hi. Sure. Yes. So, what am I missing? Like, where, just, can you help me out and just put me on the right track again? Because all I'm trying to do is get back to the Mantis here. I honestly don't remember at all where I'm going. I mean, I came that way. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe I remember. Well...
Some help.
The MVP skag. Okay. Oh God. Who the hell are you? Bing?
Right here, BD. Help, please.
Oh, hey. Hello? Who the freak is this? Oh, it's scripted? Well, at the moment it's also frozen, so... I was taken down by Bing Crosby. Man, I liked him in White Christmas, and then he did me dirty.
BD. Where are we?
BD is gone? What?
BD1? Hello, buddy? Where are you?
Also my lightsaber.
BD? Gotta find a way out of here. Wherever here is.
Days were merry and bright. Oh, nice, Lawfez. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. This was my game of the year, 2019. A huge fan. Let's see. In another play to kill Cal, Trilla learned onto a hanging sarcophagus and instructed her forces to shoot it down. In that moment, Cal regained the ability to pull his lightsaber and narrowly escaped. On their way out of the tomb, Cal and BD found another encrypted log from Cordova explaining the key to the Bogano vault is a device called the Zepho Astrium. To access the vault, only to find one. Before he could return to the ship, Cal was captured by a bounty hunter. Who they work for remains a mystery.
Is that a power cable?
Maybe over here? No. There's white, but the days were not merry and bright. No, apparently not. The freak? Must be someplace I can go. Okay. Alright, so I need to... Oh, hi there. Oh. Yeah, how about... Yeah.
Something back there.
Ah ha ha! Yes, indeed. Come with me, sir.
That did it.
I always have the Force.
Here's cold. Stale. Might be deep underground.
Man, I'm looking for my, oh god. I'm like looking for my, lightsaber, and I'm like, can't do that. What is the value of that? I'll take a blaster, thanks. Yeah, like... More than the Force? Look, I've been here from one side of this galaxy to the other. Oh yeah, there's no holomap. have a power puzzle. Alright, so that's one power cable. Maybe. Pull this that far? No. Oh, wait.
It's got power now.
Okay, that means that I can now go into this elevator. Obvious trap. Maybe, maybe not. No. What was the point of having it have power? What does that mean? I feel like I'm in the, like Batman, Dark Knight Returns, like, what is that? You know, when they're chanting "Rise, Rise." I can't remember what the name of it is, though. Alright, so this is not all fixed yet. That's got power. Some power, but I don't know why it matters. That has power. Right. This is not working, right? So can I bring you? So nothing has power now. Oh, wait a minute. Welcome back, Seth. Whoops, damn it. What's up, Aaron? What is the point of that, though? Okay. Power. This thing doesn't work over here, does it? No. So there's no power on this thing. Um... Outside the door, right? And that far out isn't helpful. Wait a minute. Where does that... Hold on. And then there was this that I opened up before, which I don't... Still don't understand what the point of this is. I don't know what this does. I know, right, Aruno? They're all like the worst example of lithium-ion batteries. Can't even affect me. Because there's something back there. Okay, so like back there. Yeah, but I can't get up to there. No lightsaber. Okay, so this is not powered. The only one that's powered right now is that. It doesn't do anything. See, the thing is, the thing I don't understand is this doesn't reach. I don't think this. Whoops. I don't think this reaches over there, right? This doesn't go that far. Oh, it does. Okay, wait a second. All right. So, force pull.
I did something.
Yep, circuit. Okay. And then this, if that's correct, this should be able to go over here. Oh, can't quite fit. No. Can this go here? No. Oh, this, right, this goes over here. It's like one of the Bard's-Tale puzzles.
Door opened up.
Right, okay. I opened up that already.
Let's see if I can find a way out of here.
God, that would be a little frightening.
Feels like I'm being watched.
You think? I'm waiting for the Jabba, like, what is a hookah? You know, little robot thing to come out. This music is creepy, too. Oh, God. It's creepy. So are you creepy?
What happened to them?
Wow. That's... wow. Great. What a lovely place we have here. I can force run that, but... Alright, there's another power thing over there which I can get to in a minute, but first... anything over here that's worth it? Alright. It's an interesting little set of puzzles, though. Whoa.
BD? BD1! Is that you? I found you. Are you okay? Let's get you out of there.
Yeah, amen to that. Can I force run this? I can force run with that, wow. I mean, wall run, whatever. Wait a minute, can I, like... It's so weird that they just keep falling. These animals just keep falling. Ah! Oh, man. So creepy. Okay, I was gonna say, there's no way. Can I... Oh my god, that's so creepy. Can I swing on these? Like... Okay. Yep. Oop. Yep. Yep. I was gonna say, right, Norway?
Hey! Oh, I'm happy to see you too.
Beanie's back! Yes.
Let's get that restraining bolt off of you. Jerks.
Okay. It's a tarp.
Poor droids. Let's get out of here before the same happens to us.
Indeed. Droid updated. Character. Droid jail. Captured along with Cal by the criminal syndicate, the Haxian Brood. Uh-oh. BD-1 is separated and turned into a droid prison cell, known for mercilessly scrapping droid parts. Brood's targeted him for dismantlement. Luckily, Cal finds him before the Brood can hurt him, and the two plot their escape together. Which tall droid? Which one? This one? Which tall one are you talking about? There we go. Oh, the tall one with one head, with one arm. This thing right here? That's an R1? Listen, I'll tell you what. If you've seen The Mandalorian, IG-11, man, that is also where it's at. That's R2's ancestor. Very cool. I mean, BD-1 is still the best droid, but I'm here to tell you that,
Don't fall behind.
Oh, wait, what was it? Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, that is also cool. Agreed. I agree wholeheartedly. All right. What's up, Shadowed? Yeah, the IG... Oh, okay, the IG-11 is pretty sweet, though. In the 3-plug room? Yes, yes. That is the case, I think. Thank you, Orb Weaver, for the resub. Welcome back. Thank you, Orb Weaver. Always a pleasure. How are you? Happy New Year. I haven't seen you, I think, since the New Year hit. You saw Jumanji: The Next Level. What'd you think? What is your official take? You enjoyed it, yeah? So this is like the third Jumanji movie, right? Like there's the first Jumanji, which is the terrifying one with Robin Williams. And then there was another one earlier, and then there's this one, right? I think. Am I crazy, or is that accurate? Door open.
Let's see what's behind here.
Jumanji, Zarthura, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. So this is like the fourth one, really? Wow. Oh, so this is the other side of that. Oh. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So now that I have that, I can now grab that.
Hear that? Sounds like someone is home after all.
Oh my god, what is this?
Hey, I recognize this band.
What is this music? Okay, this time we are gonna rest. This feels like an arena fight. That's what this feels like. Yep.
Finally, he arrives! We had action on how long it would take you to get here.
And who are you?
That's right.
Who am I? I'm Sort Tormo, baby. I'm the boss of this operation.
Suddenly Borderlands.
You have greasy forearms to thank for bringing
Right, I
us
remember
together.
now.
I will. As soon as we get out of here.
We have a special challenger for you tonight. An enforcer from a bygone era. A Jedi! Let's see what he's got. Oh, somebody get baby his toy.
Show? I'll give you a show.
Oh god.
I smell blood and money. Tonight, we celebrate those fallen challengers of the past and the great sacrifice they made to make us all rich. You think that was hard? Just wait. You get the hang of it quick.
Maybe you should come down and face me yourself.
I'm too busy counting my credits.
Great. He talks too much.
Oh, I wanted to get up on one of those.
more where that came from. You can't stop them all. This is not your day. Now that's what I call a fight. Let's level this thing. Hit him with something really nasty. Uglier than mating season on Yalbeck Prime.
BD, stim here.
Lord Jedi.
BD, here.
Whoops.
BD, stim here.
God damn it, come on.
Even I saw that coming. Give up.
That's good. Man. Guess you always got to have an arena fight, but this actually feels very much like Borderlands. This part. I hope there's a Rancor. I hope there is a Rancor. Oh man. I'm really curious if this is because Grease sold me out or... But I'll find out. Bring us the egg. Yeah, exactly, Arp Weaver. Said it.
Win them all.
Oh, you son of a...
Now it's on.
BD, I need help.
That hurts. Look at those odds change. It's fine. I've got more. Perhaps my crawlers will tickle your fancy. This Jedi has yet to disappoint. He's strong. I'm strong. He's big. I'm big. That was nothing. Just wait. Let's get him something with some bite.
Come on, you son of a...
BD, stim here. Now, BD.
God damn it.
BD, stim.
No.
Draw stim.
Shit, dodge that.
Jedi?
The problem with this fight is that not only are there two guys who are that powerful, the problem is a lot of them have unblockable attacks, and the sprint sucks in this game. I've said it a million times. It's the only thing I don't like control-wise about the game, is the sprint is terrible. So, I mean, it makes it really hard because you're trying to spin the camera around to see where you're going, and, like, so, I don't know. I'm not crazy about arena fights to begin with. Oh my god. It's frustrating. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it would. That's the problem, right? Is that I've got a bunch of target locks to deal with.
I felt that one. Hit him again. Oh no! Is that it for our hero? Even I saw that coming. Okay, he likes to play rough.
BD, stim here.
Damn it. He's the one who would come on to it.
That hurt.
Mind helping me out?
Wait, what?
Just like the Clone Wars. Keep it up.
What the?
Get him some real action. What a strike from the Jedi. Look at the Jedi go. Easy pickings. Poor Jedi.
Great.
And now. Now it's on.
Oh. All right, well, I mean, I got enough that I can actually level up. I don't know what good that's going to do me, but is that a Yorkshire Terrier? I don't think so. I'm a little annoyed about that. I mean, I guess they own the platforms only come up, like not the ones you're on, because I would like to have gone up on the top of that. I find that a little irritating, frankly. Like, if I see where that's going, like, I'd like to be able to go up there, but yeah, we'll see. I'd like to avoid that if I can, as Terma. I hate having to knock down difficulty for a single fight, but I mean, yeah, if the hardest part is after these two guys, then that would suck a lot, obviously. Okay. Oh, great. A sprint strike. Great, so there's one thing that I could do. What's up, Dark and Wolf? Good to see you, man. I mean, like, that's not gonna... What is the point of that? All of these require 2 at least. Oh, just gotta get good. Again, bullshit.
Look at those odds, Chad.
Speedy, here.
You got lucky, handsome.
Aha, I did it. Yeah, that's the part that I was unsure about. Oh, what?
10 more. Look out! Oh! Hit it again.
Speedy!
That's absolute nonsense. That's not what I did.
Up here!
You asshole.
Speedy, here! Help me, BD.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. You're messing with the odds. The best is yet to come.
Great.
I believe you know our next challenger. The Haxian Brood is gunning for you.
Oh, Jesus.
Can't win them all.
Rabbit scared.
Oh, I'd like to see that again. Look at him move.
Take this.
Even I saw that coming.
What's this? I'd hoped for more.
Really? So I have to fight all those guys and then somehow pray that I have enough to deal with that guy? Really? Really? I'm still angry about that sprint strike, that pull that pulled me off of the rest spot. That is hot garbage. That is not what happened. I disagree strongly with that premise. That guy also reminds me of what's the guy from Arkham Knight, from Batman, Arkham Origins, the what's his name? What's this? Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, if I don't have to fight all of them again, that's not so bad.
He actually hit me! Don't hurt me!
Can't run forever. does he do that?
Step on up. You won't catch me.
Help, BD.
You're going down.
He's making you look like fool.
Suck it. Jerk one.
Something interesting?
What do you mean incoming? It's a mantis! Blast it!
Ooh.
There is no escape!
Welcome in,
I'll
Mantis.
chase you across the galaxy if I have to!
Okay, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. I was able to do it without knocking down the difficulty. That's not so bad. I just had to beat those one guys and then take on Bing. That's alright. Now I need to find out why they took me in the first place.
Hey, Grease. You're famous down there.
Yeah, they're an ugly group, huh? They smell like used droid oil. At least they're okay.
Yeah, a complication we could have avoided. Luckily, we found you.
We have another complication. The Empire knows about the holocron.
That's not good. The entire mission is now at risk.
And I had a nice chat with the second sister, Trilla.
What did she tell you?
She told me you betrayed her to the Empire. Is it true?
She'll say anything to jeopardize this mission.
Is it true?
She was my apprentice. Before the Purge.
You should have told me.
We're getting an encrypted message from Kashyyyk.
They found what's his face.
Mari,
Cal, we found Tarful, and he is willing to meet you. That's not all. The Empire overran our position at the refinery. Saw retreated off-world. Some of us have joined the Wookiee fighters in the forests. Be careful.
you too.
Later.
Later. We have our lead.
Okay, this is fine. Everything is gonna be fine.
This is fine. Alright, good night, Orb Weaver.
Hey, kid. Hey, wake up. Can we talk?
What?
Can we talk? I don't know what's going on between you and her. I mean, I figure it's some kind of Jedi thing, but I don't think this is the right time for
It's
it.
not any of your business.
I think it's my business. And we're all in this together, aren't we? Hey, Cal. I made a mistake. And I almost got you killed. I'm sorry. I mean, we all make mistakes, right? Well, maybe not you. Hey, why don't you cut her some slack? I'm not saying do it for me, but you two are the best thing that ever happened in my life. Before you came along, all I cared about was a tight hand on a stiff heater. That's a game term.
I know what it is.
Cal, life's not a game. Before you two, all I cared about was myself. Easy money. Now it's different.
True, Sermon. Although, it's still not clear to me what Grease had to do with it. I still don't get that. Like, I don't... They said something about Grease, but I didn't hear what it was. Calpy, Royal Fuzz, Giddy Pie. Oh, is that why? Because he said you have your friend Grease to thank, but I didn't know what that meant. Parsitron. Osmiridium. Alloy metal, Iridium, okay. Cerakote, no. Hazian smelt is nice. That's... I do like the Hazian smelt look. That, no. 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 This or this. Yeah, I still like copper, though. Oh, because of his... No, they mentioned the gambling, but I didn't know what that's about, so his past gambling debt. But it doesn't make sense, so they found him and they figured they'd pay back the debt by getting back at his friend? I don't fully see... I mean, I kind of get it, but... Oh, we have 2 skill points available now. Alright, so now we have a decision to make. Because Howling Push is good. Would have been useful there, actually. Power of Friendship, completely refill your force meter is real nice. Lightsaber throw, no. Power throw, no. Sprint strike, I don't care. So, the Power of Friendship, but I need 3 skill points for that. And then maximum life is increased. That's useful. And additional life. Yeah, that's nice, but... Oh, man. He said a Jedi was more valuable. Oh, sure. If I were in some wretched hive of scum and villainy, sure I would. They got their money's worth, too. I was okay with that once they checked and put it... Once I knew there was a checkpoint there. I'm having a hard time deciding because there's this, but then it takes a while to get 3 skill points. So there's a part of me that's like, that would be really useful. The Power of Friendship, allowing you to completely refill your force meter, is really useful. Like, that would have made that fight easier, actually. Although the fight against Bing, I mean, the only reason that I lost to Bing the first time was because I had 0, you know, I had no stims at all. So I think I'm going to save my 3 pointers. Yeah. Okay. Ah, Mandalorian is so good. Absolutely so good. So freaking awesome. All right. Deal with the holo table in a minute. Nothing? Oh, okay. All right then.
Cordova had supplies hidden all over Bogano.
Yeah, it was great.
Could be worth a trip back to explore.
Still haven't gone. Okay. I'm thinking about that, actually. Bogano. Dathomir, I haven't done anything there. Bogano. There's a lot of chests left over. Zepho. I just came from Zepho, though. I'd rather not go back to Zepho right now. I'm thinking about Bogano. The thing I'm not like doing Bogano and then going back to Kashyyyk. The thing I'm still thinking about regarding this is, so are there, I see that there's 3 out of 6 secrets, and I see that we've got 4 to 16 chests. On Bogano, are there places that have, like, still theoretically stim containers, or? I did, Dark and Wolf. I actually started out by talking about The Mandalorian. My feeling is that The Mandalorian is one of the best Star Wars things I've seen in years. I think it's incredibly well shot. I think it's well done. I think it's an excellent story. I love the particular premise of the single person wandering the landscape, you know, with only one companion for them against a world of unforgivable odds. Like, I kind of have a soft spot in my heart for Westerns, and I particularly like space Westerns a fair bit, so I like that image. I think that the acting is good. I think the direction has been tightly paced. I think my only objection, there's an occasional joke that doesn't land, and I think that they could actually have made the whole business longer. Like, I think there are episodes where having it be only 35 minutes is kind of cutting it fine, frankly. It could be longer. But in general, I adore The Mandalorian, and I was saying that I really would love to. That's a universe I'd love to write in. Like, Star Wars. Like every other writer that I know, speculative fiction writers, like, oh, can I write for Star Wars? Can I write for Star Wars? I like to write for that. Like, that's the thing I'd love to do. So, lots of random things you can go for skill points. Well, yeah, but like, all right, let's go back to Bogano. Whoop. What? Hello? There we go.
Bogano it is.
I survived Kyle Katarn into the new canon.
You know, even after all the action you two bring, I still get a thrill watching the games.
Yeah, as long as you keep your habits in check.
Oh yeah, no, of course. I'm just a spectator. No gambling or nothing going on.
Really?
Yeah, we're talking pure entertainment. Nothing gets me going more than watching a couple slubs square off. Just slick moves and brute force.
Captain, I am slightly troubled by your enthusiasm for something so barbaric.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it is true. Totally barbaric, but still kind of entertaining.
Kind of entertaining.
All right, we're here. Get in your chair.
Is it just to stabilize it when the wing goes down like that and then comes back up? Okay.
Hey, kid. How many of the creatures out there actually eat little Aterons like me?
I don't know, Grease.
Right. You doing okay?
Yeah.
I need to check on your state of mind
Oh,
now and then,
maybe
because
you're
if
right,
you go,
Rudnell.
then I go in a much more painful way.
I'm fine, Grease.
Okay. Just making sure. You know, I've heard some scary stories about Jedi.
Oh, really?
I may not understand the whole Force thing, but if you go from cantina to cantina like I do, you'll hear the
What's up,
stories.
then?
Some may be far-fetched, but from what I've seen on this trip, I just hope it all works out, kid.
Thanks. You more afraid of the wildlife here or the Haxian brood?
I don't know if I'm even worried anymore, kid. I think I've hit a limit.
You're thinking of leaving?
I haven't been keeping full count, but I'm sure I've got to make good on my job. The brute kind of botched up my clean record with Seer. Well, semi-clean. So no, not leaving just yet.
That's true. Yeah, maybe it's a balance thing.
So you and Seer have been here a few times?
Oh, we've been all over the place. Non-stop tour of the galaxy with her. But she's paying the bills, so I can't complain, really.
Better than hiding on a scrapyard for years.
Oh, that I can agree with. I mean, I've seen trash heaps before, and that planet was the trashiest. I can't believe anyone would... Sorry.
You're not wrong.
Another planet, another dangerous risk.
Okay. What about you, Sarah?
Cal, do you have a second?
I guess.
When we first brought you here, when you proved yourself to be the one we were looking for, that's when I should have told you everything.
You made your choice. I get it. Doesn't change what we have to do.
Maybe not what we have to do, but how we go about it. I made the wrong choice, and I put you in danger. That's no way to guide you.
True statement.
Never asked you to guide me.
Before you, this quest was all on my shoulders. Sure, I had Grease, but he didn't really know the importance of what we're trying to do. I can't expect you to do it all yourself.
You've told me everything I need to know. Right now, the only thing I can do is finish what we started.
I understand. I'm here to support you if you need me.
I feel like
Thanks.
that's
I'll be fine.
I feel like that's too easy from Cal, honestly.
You must have come here a lot with Cordova.
No. Actually, he never brought me here. He did tell me about it. I was the only one who knew of its location.
He trusted you.
I suppose he did. He trusted I'd believe him and finish what he started.
Hopefully he was right.
BD-1 thinks so.
He's one bright droid. It's not easy to find something hidden from the Empire.
No, it's not. We did find you, though.
Yeah, almost close to death. I slipped up. I gave myself away. I drew the Inquisition to me.
Grease and I used to search for blame, too. We went back and forth after every promising
I mean,
lead
he was
brought us to
saving his
one
friend,
dead end
like-
after another. And one close call after the next.
I suppose that's
Mistakes
true.
happen. All we can do is try to learn and move on.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I just think it's a little fast,
suppose
though.
so.
I mean, like, she did,
Let's
you know,
keep making progress.
lie to him. Okay. So, let's see. All right. What areas can I now access? So, when just to be clear, so that available area means I couldn't get to it before, but I can now, right? I think that's what that means. Wonder if it'll let me... Nope, it won't. Here's what it's trying. That's okay, that's what I was wondering about, Darkin. Yeah, that's helpful. I thought that was the case, but... Nope. Yeah, actually, I think this is maybe the right way. Ah, suddenly sneezy. Let's go up this way. Okay. Mm-hmm. That? I see the wall run, but like what? Hmm? The hell? Okay, wait. Facing that way. No, it's completely not right. Now I'm facing this way. Although, actually, now that I think of it, how do I get to that? Actually, if I can get up there. Oh, maybe I have to go... Yeah, I'd be a level up, which maybe I don't remember how to get up to that level, though. Oh. Maybe I know. Oops. No, see, this is not right. I don't want to go this way. I want to get up to that other level. Oh, okay, I see where that is. Okay, so... But I need to get up there. Right, I'm back over here. Okay. So... Right, this is the part... See, I can't... I can't get to... I can't get to that. Whoa. Oh yeah, it's the landfish, dude. Oh, with double jump. I don't have double jump yet. Zorro, sometimes. Wait, from the meditation point, you have the wall run with the vines. What? All right, let me go back there. Oh. Okay. That's right. I forgot about that. That's right. Thank you, Darkin. I forgot about that. Okay. Up. Okay. Now this one... Force pull! Okay. Now, what was the point of getting up here? Oh, because there's a... Somewhere around here, there's a chest that I couldn't get to before. I think. No, I know there was a chest around here somewhere. It might be over this way, because there's got to be a reason of trying to get up here in the first place. Oh, there's a chest. I see it. I see the balance inherent in the system, but I don't know that I can get there, actually. Probably can't, because I probably need... And the rope... Oh. Wait, what? Oh, that rope. You mean... Okay, you mean that rope, Darkin, right there? You're talking about that rope, yeah? That's the one you mean? The one that I'm looking at? Okay. So I'll worry about that in a minute. I want to see about this chest, though. This one looks like a double jump to me. Yeah, I don't see... I guess I can get around it this way, actually, but... Yeah, alright. What was the point of that? Why did that just matter? Just like more space?
Right here, BD. Another stem.
God damn it.
Up here.
Oh, there's 3 of them! What? Of course, it's not at all what I meant to do, but... Three of those guys. Oh my. Where'd they all go?
Don't fall behind.
Oh, you're up there? Oh, are you gonna make me...
Find something? Nice job.
Mysterious skeleton. Structure of these bones suggest a large reptilian creature. Analysis of elements within the bones date them as old as 1,000 years. Actually, now that I think of it... Trapped by the infamous... Oh, I'm in Chapter 4. Source Tormo, Cal and Beatty were forced to fight fearsome creatures. During the show, the Mantis burst into the Haxian brood's lair to rescue them. The reunion was an unhappy one, however. Cal learned the brood found him because Grease lied about paying off his debts. Even worse, Cal was still reeling from his discovery that Sarah had given up Trilla under torture. Sarah and Cal's arguments was cut short by a transmission from Mary Kosin, who'd found Tarful in Kashik's Shadowlands. Haxian Brood is a shadowy crime syndicate that operates throughout the Outer Rim. Led by the unscrupulous Source Tormo, they control a network of gambling, slaving, and devious enterprises, particularly droid smuggling, dealing in droid parts. Their bounty hunters and mercenaries are known to use such stolen wares for personal cyber augmentation. 4-armed Latero and Captain of the Mantis, right. Unknown to his co-pilots, Grease hides a dangerous secret, a large gambling debt to the Haxian Brood. While tracking Grease, the Brood's ruthless bounty hunters discover he's traveling with the Jedi, a much more valuable prize. They capture Cal and BD-1 for payback against Grease's debt. Grease and Sarah rescue Cal, defeating the Brood and forcing Grease to come to terms with his addiction. There's going to be one about Sarah, right? Oh, maybe not. There we go. Merciless and bombastic Umbaran leader of the Haxian Brood, Tormo takes great pleasure in his fight club. First rule of Fight Club, there is no Fight Club. And infamous arena where the galaxy wagers, should be wages, and wagers, I take it back, on open combat against bloodthirsty killers in Tormo's wild menagerie of vicious space beasts. Never shy on humor, he's a mercurial mobster with a penchant for violence and greed. I will bet he is. Alright. The problem with this is that now do I have to go all the way back? Get back to that place? That would be unfortunate. Man, now I'm right back to where I was. Let me rest. I'll give that one more shot. I don't know about fighting 3 of those guys, honestly. That's... I don't know. I have enough trouble with one of them. Wish they really had, like, lightsaber upgrades, and they really don't. I mean, like, you can do different things with your lightsaber, but...
Yeah.
Oh, God. Alright. Is there a way to skirt the edge? Oh. Oh, really? Over this way? Right there, right? You're talking about down there? We go down there right now. Oh, oh. Yeah, down here. Okay. Alright. I will get the lightsaber upgrade since it seems like a good thing to get, especially since I was just asking about a lightsaber upgrade. Since that's the case.
You got this, BD.
Plus more experience too.
Cordova's repair kit. He hoped someone would pick up his trail, but left BD1 to guide them.
Plus a force essence, I'll take that.
My friend, I flew with all haste to Coruscant and presented my findings to the Council. My friend, I flew with all haste to Coruscant and presented my findings to the Council. Despite my persistence, despite my research, they do not take this threat seriously. Only one person believed in me. My old confidant, Jocasta Nu.
Ah, the Star
She
Wars names,
entrusted me with a
Jocasta Nu.
holocron from the Jedi archives. A secret copy of her list of young Force sensitives.
What did they know? A droid cairn. These scraps search as cairns for the droids who helped build the research station on Megano. Without their help, little would be known about the Zepho or their vault. Oh, that's cool.
This hilt belonged to Cordova. Feels weird to say about someone I've never met, but it's kind of comforting. I agree. This place is special. I added his hilt to mine. I want to keep a piece of him with us.
Now, if you could do blue one side and green the other. Yeah. Double-bladed lightsaber excels at crowd control. Use the force attack to overwhelm and clear large groups. Continue blocking after successfully reflecting a blaster bolt to reflect additional bolts back at your enemies. That's pretty sweet. So I guess the biggest thing is just that it's slower. It looks like that would be my guess, just that it's slower. Let me see. I mean, it's still pretty awesome. Okay. Also, alright, so let's see. Joe to Paul, duty and resolve. You know, Cordova. Still like that. Yeah, I did that. Oh, my skill tree might have updated. Oh, you're right. I hadn't thought about that. Okay, I will check that out in a minute. That is pretty slick. I love you can just weld it together. I mean, I guess that is part of Jedi training, but still. It's kind of like, look, man. Okay, so that's definitely worth it. 82% explored. Here. I'm not dismissed you. You know, it's a good idea, Sturma, because the double-bladed, I'm going to need that for more oomph. I'm sure a faster way to get back up there. Instead of where there ultimately is. Most of these places I've now explored. I just haven't, you know, there's just chests there. There's like that one, well, for one thing, there's a chest up there. Rather, there. I'm going to try one more time to get those guys. And then I think I'm going to call it for the evening. Oops, not that way. No. Although I will admit to being troubled that it's, quote, really long. It is most troubling to me. Oh, the fan room chest? Oh yeah, look at this. Whirlwind throw. Throws the double-bladed lightsaber in an area around Cal. Delay combo. Okay. Switch attack. Oh, interesting. Ultimate Force Attunement. Oh, man. I really would like that, but I'm holding out for those 3-pointers. Okay. So, I gotta check back on that rope thing. Because I think I lost track of what you're talking about, Darkin, so let me go through this way first. Oh. Okay. You missed. I did not. I did not do so, Esterma. Yep.
Throw a stim. Help, BD.
Okay. It's 2 down.
I'm feeling weak, BD.
Alright. One last guy, I hope. Oh, God damn it.
Throw a stim. A little help here.
I hate those guys. Alright. Now. I know for a fact that I saw chests. Okay, here's one. Ooh, is this a stem?
BD, could use your help here.
Is this a 6th stem?
I knew you'd jump in there. What you got there?
Oh. It's lightsaber material. Ah. Boo. Boo. Oh, stims are yellow. Yeah, yeah, that's right, that's right. I remember now. Okay, there's another chest over there, though. Took all of my stims to get through those guys.
Just what we need. BD, take a look.
But that guy was
What's
back
that,
on.
BD?
That guy was back on Kashyyyk, wasn't he? The guy we were talking about. This is offshore. Yes, I would like to be in lemon yellow. What? No. Okay. All right, let me take care of that rope and then get back to the meditation area. So, is this the rope that you were saying, Darkin? Wait a second. Weather sensor. Jedi Master Eno Cordova originally created this weather sensor to help him decide whether or not to wear a sweater on his excavations. To his surprise, the data he retrieved showed traces of electromagnetic radiation in Bogano's winds. Though it exists in much lower concentrations than on Zepho, Cordova theorized this could be one reason the Zepho chose to create their vault in Bogano. Oh. This rope? Haven't I already been on this rope? You're saying that I can use this rope to get to what? Oh, the fan room. Oh. And there's a chest there. I see, said the blind man. Well, the problem is, though... I have to shut that fan down, though. I can't... Don't I? I think I have to shut the fan down. You have to slow it while you're in the air? Oh my god. Oh, well, how about I not fall to my death? Alright, well let's get this saved, get restimmed, and then I'm gonna do that. Yeah, you know, now that I think about it, I kind of remember that, but... Alright. Okay, so I don't have to go all the way back over to the big frog dudes, because I already defeated them and took care of that, what's over there, so I just need to be on the rope. No, I do have to deal with these guys, I guess. Okay. All right. This is gonna be fun. I don't understand how Dan did that. Let's do it this way. Okay. I mean, I don't...
Help, please.
How do you... I don't... What? What? God damn it. Oh, for the love of Christ. That's such crap. Oh my God. Dead. Well, not dead. Oh, sigh. Alright, let's try this again. I mean, that's really hard. I'll just say that. Because the problem is that the jump is so, like, awkward. Because you can't just, like, fully jump. You have to half jump because otherwise you overshoot it. So...
Got something?
My friend, I've unearthed a curious artifact. My friend, I've unearthed a curious artifact. An ancient sphere capable of storing and conducting massive amounts of energy. Whatever civilization crafted this must be the same that created the seemingly impenetrable structure nearby. I believe studying this sphere may yield the information I need to discover who they were and why they built such a landmark.
Okay, sounds good, Rudno. See you hopefully tomorrow or soon.
BD, what's this? Okay, BD, what is it?
Ooh, new Mantis paint job. Why are the Mantis things, like, not... This is the Starfighter. I still think that tends to look the best. Like, that's okay. It's always, like, matte painting. Like, what is that? I mean, that's the original. That's kind of cool. That's whatever. Ugh. Okay, thanks, man. Okay. Bogdo's sinkholes. One of two chests, one of two secrets. 82% explored. Alright. Well, I think it's time for me to get back to the Mantis. That's what it seems like. Okay. Good. Now... What is a... What? What's a Force Essence? Oh, the sinkholes. Oh. Okay, alright. Alright, quickly, Isterma, can you guide me to... Where is this optional boss? You said the sinkholes, but, like, where is that again? Subterranean refuge. If you go to where the holes are. Okay. I vaguely remember this guy, but... The same wall run divines that I've been using. Oh, really? Alright. Well, it's one more time for the fans. And then might as well get my last stim back then. Oh god, that's right. That huge freaking thing. Oh god. I think I remember seeing this and giving it a big old nope. That one and the rabid what's-his-face that was on Kashyyyk. Okay, then what? Then do I jump across, or, like... Look down the hole. What holes? Oh, this hole. Oh, yeah. So he's down there somewhere, right? I see the Force Essence. Alright, there's 1, 2, and 3. Oh, and the chest also. I see him. Oh, god damn it.
Dorstim! Need an assist!
The wrong way.
Help, please!
Yes! Suck it, Ogdo-Bogdo. Yeah, jumping on top of him, like you guys said, was a big help. That was a big help.
Hey, BD. A little help? You make that look easy. Hey, BD. Take a look. Okay, BD. What is it?
No poncho material. Ladies and gentlemen, the pink sumo. That's, I think I remember Dan wearing that. One out of 3 life
kills. Is it trying to defend its family?
This bogling fought back against an Ogdo. Oh man. Poor bogling. Well, that Ogdo-Bogdo will never bother anyone again. Okay, so that means one optional boss is dead. So, the only optional boss now that I don't have is the, what do you call it, is the, sure I did that right, is, the guy on Kashyyyk, or whatever it's called. I'm also definitely doing more damage with this double-bladed. So this is pretty much exactly what I was hoping for with the whole... Oops. No, Rabid Jotaz on Zepho. Okay. I got a good amount of XP from that also. As you guys can see, I mean, I have 2/3 up. I mean, almost up to 3. I ought to save it now and try to just get the 3. Because, let me do that again. Because the 3, getting this thing. Because that, the power of friendship with the whole refilling your force meter would help a lot. And then after that, I probably would go on to life next. I might think about getting that because the additional life might be helpful. I might do that. Then I would get maximum life increase. Then next would probably be ultimate force attunement. And then the force throw. I used to love doing the lightsaber throw on Knights of the Old Republic. Actually, I want to see what that whirlwind throw looks like. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's get back to the Mantis. And then we're going to wrap it. I'm going to wrap it for the evening. Is this right? No, it is not right. Masters of Terras Kasi. I feel like I watched that being played once, actually, Shadowed. That sounds familiar to me. Wait, what? Oh. Okay, good. For a minute I thought I was right back in the same place. I'm like, what? Easy logging.
Quiet. Too quiet.
Not a fan of nature, Grease?
Only behind glass. Otherwise, nature's not a fan of me. I mean, I may have 4 arms, but if you haven't noticed, I'm basically bite-sized for most deadly creatures.
Hey, Grease.
You still giving Seer the cold shoulder?
I'm just focusing on the mission.
Hey, I get it. But she is trying the best she can.
Why didn't she just tell me about Trilla? We were supposed to be a team.
It's not about team spirit. Look, there's some parts of our past that we don't want to face, let alone share.
I guess.
Even me, believe it or not. One time, I hid out from a hut loan shark in a bale of Nerf fur.
Oh, yeah?
Cal, pay attention. I ain't ready to dig into that episode yet. Hurry up here, I'm hungry. Might try a new recipe for smoked Kadu ribs.
Okay. Anything else from you, Sarah?
Not now, Cal.
Oh, okay. Well, the gold shoulder. Alright, well, let me save it. And that will be that. Productive, though. Very productive. Yeah, making up your next falsehoods. That's funny. Okay, good. Put you out there, and good. There he is. There's my what's-his-face. Underneath the holotable. Okay. All right, folks. Well, as per usual, this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed chatting up the Mandalorian with all of you, and I also enjoyed chatting up the... Yeah, I already did the trophies. And I also enjoyed having fun playing more of this awesome game, so I'm looking forward to more of that. But tomorrow, or I should say later today, we have got... Bear with me, you're going to see some... Here's some clicking and stuff. Later on today, we will have at noon Eastern, Terry Toons will be back for our first gamebook illustration stream of 2020, which will be the concluding, one second, here we go. And there we go. That will be the concluding session, or should be, of the Night of the Nazgul game book stream. Night of the Nazgul game books that I've been doing, which are a lot of awesome. It's been a really awesome set of game books, and I think people have been enjoying it. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. And then I'll be back over at GOG with Pen and Pixels at 4 p.m. Eastern, and Return to the Obra Dinn, which is closing in on being, it's not quite done. It probably is like 2 sessions away, but it's closing in on being done. So we're definitely getting there. So, but I had a great time tonight. I hope you folks did as well. As reminders, please make sure to support the stream, follow the channel, check the YouTube with !ArvTube, the Twitter with !ArvTweets, !ArvCord for the Discord, arvaneleron.com for all of that. My Patreon is !ArvTrayon, sitting right there at 323. The shop is !ArvShop with stuff from Terry Toons for Adventures in Middle-earth, and also stuff from the Infinity and Beyond crew, soon to be Esper Genesis stuff there as well. And then, of course, the subsystem, excuse me, the subsystem, which we are currently sitting at about 106 or 107 subs, so right up there in that record territory. You can get custom sub badges and inspirations and all that kind of good stuff to help the players on a monthly basis. And of course, it makes a big difference for the channel. So thank you if you have already done so. And if not, please consider doing so. And last but certainly not least, !Icarus, !Library, and !Grayshade KS for a list of my projects. In particular, March is going to be the Grayshade Kickstarter release, which is going to be a big thing for me, one of my biggest things of 2020. And so, yeah, I'm going to have a lot more details about that as we get farther along in January, and then certainly February, and then we're going to launch in March. So it's going to be exciting. But that is going to do it for me. No raid today, I think. It's super late, and I don't normally stream on Mondays anyway. This was a bonus stream because I'm currently on break. But we will be back tomorrow with bells on at noon Eastern for Terry Toons and our Nazgul game book illustration stream. So thank you so much for being with me today. Again, Mandalorian is awesome. If you haven't seen it, get Disney Plus and see it. It's awesome. Really one of my favorite TV shows in a long time, so definitely do that. See you folks soon. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Rudinel, Satobo, Shadowed Mage. Thank you so much as always. Again, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday is the premiere of the new community D&D game with Shadowed Mage as the DM, Echo Alpha X5, Kilobyte, Rock God, and Hoodie playing Dragon of Icespire Peak, so you will definitely want to be here for that. And thank you to my subscribers, Rudinel, Satobo, and of course Mrs. Dunsel. Thank you to those who support the Patreon as well. Thank you to Aiden. Thank you to Bandy K, Big Crunch, Black Fury, Commander Root, Dark and Wolf, Electrical Longboard. Thank you to Goro Master, Is Terma for all the help, Mavi Moore, Kep, Mubat, I guess, Ms. Shawl, Nastier6, PKD Fan, Sifu Storm, U Christensen, VNK, Virgo Praz, and Winsock. And there were a lot of new names on that list. So if you like what you see here, please stop back again. I do a lot of story and narrative-based games, a lot of tabletop stuff. But please follow, support the Patreon, sub, do all that good stuff, and the YouTube and the Discord and the Twitter and all that. And I will see all of you lovely people at noon Eastern tomorrow for some awesome Night of the Nazgul game book where chat is the hero with Terry Toons doing live illustration. Otherwise, I'll see you folks soon, and everyone, be good to each other. Bye for now.